So I just received a job offer from the government of Canada. In completely unrelated news, I'm going to read an Omegaverse Mark Carney x Donald Trump fanfiction that I authored a year ago. Let's get into it. So I'm actually pretty scared. As I said, I wrote this a year ago. And from what I remember, it was pretty bad. If this video is ever found, let's just say my job offer may be rescinded. And that's okay because I believe that art should be shown no matter what it is. You know, honestly, I believe this was like an ingenious piece of political satire. I'm stalling. I'm just scared, honestly. So it alternates from the perspectives of Mark Carney and Donald Trump, just letting you know. So this story is called The Room Where It Happens. I guess I never got over my Hamilton phase. And the cover is so beautiful. Wow. Part 1. An executive order, but like executive order. I really am a genius. I walk confidently into the Oval Office on a mission. Today is the day that once and for all I will stop Donald Trump's treacherous tariffs on Canada. I don't really care about his tariffs on the other countries, though. His superiority complex needs to be placated somehow. As I stride in through the double doors, a bodyguard on each shoulder, I perceive Donald for the first time. He is hunched over his desk, sloppily munching on a quarter pounder with cheese, tuning out the rest of the world. I walk up to his desk and clear my throat. He slowly glances up at me from behind his burger, cheeks red. "Oh, hey, Mark," he stutters bashfully. "Hello, Donald," I reply coolly, scanning the room for Donald's security. My search comes up empty. We are alone, save for my 2 bodyguards. I gesture for them to be excused, and they swiftly exit the room with synchronized strides. That's when it hits me. A wave of pheromones, the strongest ones I have ever come across in my 60 years of being an alpha. They smell of gunpowder and oil. Donald's cheeks turn a deeper crimson, and a pained expression passes over his face. I start to drool. Oh my god. It's very clear when this was written, like just when like the tariffs on Canada started like happening. Okay, anyways. As soon as he walked into my office, I could smell his pheromones. So strong they made my eyes water. A sickly sweet blend of maple syrup and weed. I focused on my burger, but even it couldn't distract me from Mark's intoxicating scent. He clears his throat, and like an old dam that finally breaks, slick erupts from my ass. I blush, look up at him, and try to control my expression. "Oh, hey, Mark." "Hello, Donald." He purrs sensually. The longing inside me is so severe it hurts. I need his "Please, Alpha," I whine, too in heat for common sense to stop me. "What is it, Omega?" he rasps. "Is there something you want?" he says, grabbing the noticeable bulge in his beige pants. Yes, I stammer. I stand up from my chair, legs shaky, and kneel in front of him. "Please," I cry. "Enough," Mark barks. "You're pathetic. If you want my 12-inch so bad, I am willing to provide it. But only if you do something for me first." "Anything," I squeak. "Stop the tariffs on Canada." As soon as I say the words, his expression changes. I look down at him now, snot dripping from his nose, tears leaking from the corners of his eyes, mouth pressed into a firm line. There is a hesitancy to his face I didn't see before. I bend down to meet his eyes, grab his sagging chin skin in my hand, and say, "Don't make me use my alpha voice." He whimpers and continues to stare at me with his glazed-over blue eyes. I notice his pants around his crotch turn a darker shade of brown. I feel my face start to heat up. His pheromones are too strong. I'm going into rut. "Let me make a few calls," he stammers. A bead of sweat rolls down my forehead. Oh my god. I hang up the phone and walk over to where Mark is now sitting at my desk. He is panting and sweating so profusely I can see the outline of the chiseled torso his shirt clings to. "It's done," I tell him. He snaps his head over to me, his eyes feral. "Perfect," he growls. In one swift motion, he stands up and bends me over the desk, his left hand on my ass and his right clenching the little hair I have left on my head. "Just to warn you, I have a 12-inch venomous green duh. Are you sure you can take it? His whisper sends shivers down my spine. Yes, I reply, breathless. I can't seriously be going through with this. But I have already unbuttoned his pants. He pulls them down and I gasp. I guess the President of the United States goes commando. I stare at him, slick dripping down his thighs. I feel an aching in my duh. No! I must resist. I can't stoop to this level no matter how pungent his scent. Donald grabs for my belt and I let him. My mind feels hazy. The rut is taking over. I am entering a trance. Mark stands behind me and squeezes my ass, one hand on each wrinkly cheek. He is breathing hard. His grip hardens as he opens me up. That's when I feel it. Something slimy and wet, brimming around my perimeter. My tongue is currently inside of Donald Trump's asshole. I pave slow circles around its edges, slightly increasing the pace with each wraparound. Donald moans. What am I doing? My thoughts are silenced by a short squeak, the sound of air being let out of a balloon. Oh no. I'm hit directly in the tongue by a wave of noxious gas. The smell and taste of rotten eggs envelops my senses so much that I am put out of my rut. This is my chance, my only moment of escape. I waddle out of the room as fast as I can, pants still down to my ankles. Jesus Christ. I have a way with words. I yell as Mark scampers out of the room. Why did I not take my lactate pills? After experiencing a taste of pleasure, my body is still stimulated and my heat only intensifies. I need to mate. I need to mate now. My pulse quickens as shockwaves of want lurch through me. I lay face down on the floor and I can't get up. My muscles aren't responding to my brain's signals. My heart beats harder and harder. My blood vessels throb. My veins swell. I begin to scream, then everything fades to black. I smile as I watch the morning news from my breakfast table, a mug of warm Tim Hortons coffee in my hands. Breaking news! President Donald Trump was declared dead last night at 10:52 p.m., says the newscaster on the TV. Shortly before his passing, he made an executive order removing all tariffs placed on Canada. Further details on his death are not yet to be released, but the police have notified us their investigation is still ongoing. I chuckle. No way in hell details will ever be released. The president and Omega? Ha! His death will be the next great American mystery. I look out the window and watch the sun creep out from beneath the clouds. I grin and take a sip of my Timmy's. So that was truly interesting. I think having written that, it really prepared me for my government job, and I think I am ready to step into the position. I just hope my boss doesn't see this video. Can I get fired for this? Can I get fired for writing this? Anyways, let me know if you guys want a part 2, because there is a second part of the story that I also wrote a year ago. And I'm pretty sure it only gets worse from here. But yeah, let me know if you want a part 2. Okay, bye. Also, I'm really sorry. I did not mean to traumatize you guys. I'm sorry for writing this. But, we pursue our passions in different ways.